We are live. This is the market update. I am your host, Bill Noble. XRP, where's it going? Is Bitcoin, Solana, or XRP going to be the one that outperformed? Your answer, you will be shocked by the answer. Normies have discovered Coinbase. That has profound implications for, ready? Web3. 2 weeks ago, everyone was laughing at me, particularly when Bitcoin was somehow below 90K, about the Made in America cryptos. Everybody was giving me the okay boomer treatment on that. Now, of course, everybody's into the Made in America cryptos, and we will go through that if you're new to the situation. But Web3 is next. What's Web3? Well, it's Wall Street and Silicon Valley without Wall Street and Silicon Valley, created in such a way that the common man and woman can make money off of it by investing in it, even with a small amount of money. And these projects could get big enough to become companies, protocols, ecosystems, you name it. So it's like a wealth effect, and it's something that, they can race to have crypto central here in the United States. So when every financial institution, every tech company, everybody has to do crypto, everybody has to invest in crypto, that sounds like job creation to me. That sounds like going out, buying an Italian dinner, watching a remake of an 80s movie, buying a house or a car, and making a baby, which is a lot better than the options that we got right now, which for many people is like living in your parents' basement, hoping your meme coin works out. Let's get this market rocking. And this could be the one chart or perhaps the one picture market update. I got one chart and one picture that say it all. Well, maybe I got more than one chart. VIP members and Patreon members have gotten a lot of this information and have listened to me and Toby Ward incessantly bull post this thing. When they were selling it, we were buying it. When they doubted it, we were pounding the table. Member stream 3 days ago, Toby Ward looks at the camera and goes, "It's going up on the inauguration." And I knew when she said that it was going up before the inauguration. So just in case you think you missed it, the market hasn't gone up yet. By the way, we're doing another member stream. We're going to go through more coins in the portfolio. We are doing that stream tomorrow at 7 a.m. in the event that you just can't get enough tonight, or you're in Europe and you want to tune in for our live podcast. We got 4 DeFi plays in there again because we were doing DeFi before the election. We got laughed at, and we're going to play it again. Also, don't forget about our middle tier offering, Patreon, where they got the full heads up before this thing went up only. That is our middle tier offering, and it is super cheap if I don't say so myself. You have the YouTube VIP membership, and you have a $4.99 membership where you can get any one of our unbelievably cool emojis for priorities and shout outs on streams. Oh my God, here we go. Alexandra upgrades to all access. We appreciate that. Coming in from Europe. Alexandra, we thought of you when we did the time at 10:30. We wanted to make sure you could tune in. Don't forget about the LuxAlgo indicators for TradingView, and I have my own special store for stuff with Elliott Wave. All right, let's welcome who's here. Randall, a member. Bull Runner, giving you a showcase of the emojis. A man who knows how to hit the green button. Bob, doing Hedera, right? Mike is a new loyalty badge member. Welcome. Stefan, Hans, TCO Pro, welcome. Right? Great filibuster. Welcome to the show. Nasher, a new member. Brandon, a new member. Right? Big Rich is here. The guy who invented crypto dollar cost averaging. Crypto Keter, Duilo, Gian, James Bond, Hans, Luis. We got a crowd. Adel, Baby Whale is here. Solana Moonboy in the house. I keep talking about Solana. You know, Solana, before this whole thing started, had done absolutely nothing. Crypto Crazy knowledge dump with the $10 super chat. Sir, I thank you. Gregory Brinkley, a new member, says, thank you, Bill and Toby. We don't do anything except get this right. Toby Ward's the best sector analyst in crypto. Anybody want to throw down? It's my sector analyst versus your sector analyst, and you will lose. All right, let's rock this market. Been posting your video on X and Facebook, says Gregory. Rock on. Okay, people, you're not going to believe what's about to happen, or you might. Okay. You want the one chart market update? Let's talk about this. So this is your official presidential, I don't know, profile picture, let's call it. So this guy told you crypto was going up. His popularity rating is attached to crypto. And he thinks it's going up and he wants it up. So does that look, is that the look of a man who is going to tell you it's going up and he's going to make it go up and it's not going to happen? Tell me the truth. Like, look at that face, right? It's like retribution in a way. Gensler cleaning out his office. Now he's got this guy going, well, you know what? AI may create jobs. It may not, but we know crypto will. And even if it doesn't create a job, you're going to put some jingle in everybody's pocket, get them watching 80s movie remakes, and solve this population problem. Go out on a date. Whoever you love, whoever you like, please buy crypto and make a baby. It's a national security issue. And does that look like a man who's kidding around on national security? I think not. I think not. So he's probably looking at everybody going, wow, you mean we can build a whole different version of the internet? We can do it in the United States? Excellent. What do we have to do? Oh, we only need to buy a couple $2 billion worth of Solana and XRP? Oh, excellent. Wow, that's easy. What are we having for lunch? Just in 100K Bitcoin. Just in 102K Bitcoin. Everybody thinks Bitcoin can't go up. You're going to wake up today, tomorrow, or Saturday, and Bitcoin's going to be up 20%. The whole market's going to be up like 20 or 30% in one day. It's going to be the God candle you've been looking for. Okay, remember Bloomberg last week? Hot jobs number derails Trump. Market going to zero. Oh my God. You remember these clowns? Yeah. Well, we made a special point to make fun of them all day and all night. Trump plans to designate cryptocurrency as a national priority. You know what, Bloomberg? No shit. No shit. Right? Don't call it a comeback. They've been here for 60 days. 60 days. Right? Everyone's like, oh, yeah, it hasn't done anything for months. But let's sell the fact after a one-day rally or a one-month rally. No. Credit card defaults just hit the highest level since the 2008 crisis. Okay. So most people point to this as the end of the world. The problem with this is everyone's got the same data point. Everyone is running around with this like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Everything is going to break. Okay. That's not true. Big Rich with the super chat, bro. Going to do that Jupiter chart. Everyone thinks this is the end of the world. It's bad. But you know what? You know, you solve it. You put XRP in everyone's pocket at 3 and you take it to 14. And then people can make their credit card payments. That's how you do it. Period. End of story. You buy a little Solana at 250 and it goes to 1,000. Bang. That's it. It's happened before. ETH went to 175. It went to like, I don't know, it went up. It went back to 175 back in the day. And then it went to like 600. This Solana can do the exact same thing. People buy Solana and then they can't wait to throw it away on some meme coin. You want to solve this credit card problem? Get Solana and XRP going. The housing market is frozen. Mortgage demand is broken. Home buyers are giving up. Right. Why? Because the currency doesn't work and the interest rates are wrong. Other than that, everything's fine in the world of fiat. And we supposedly have the best fiat currency out there because sterling and the euro are crashing. So if you have a debt crisis, you have a housing market that's locked, and people who can't pay their bills, there's only one way out of that. And I've said it, and I've said it, and I've said it. The only way out of a debt crisis is to devalue the currency. And if there's no fiat currency to devalue the currencies against, then you have to buy gold, commodities, and crypto massively. Everyone's like, oh my God, XRP market cap at 190 billion. Who cares? Who cares? I don't even want to talk about XRP market cap and get till it gets to like 800 million. Then we could talk about it. Solana too. I don't care. This is money. We're talking about global currencies. The entire world, all of the world's problems, the frozen housing market, the credit cards, the Chinese. Global debt skyrockets to 315 trillion. What's the only way out of a debt crisis? To devalue the currency. What currency? All of the currencies. All of them. Debt now equals 333% of what we make. So we got to use AI to make more. That's tricky because that has employment implications. And we got to build a decentralized version of the internet. That includes the metaverse. So we need DeFi, every asset tokenized, which Larry Fink from BlackRock has said. We need a completely new form of internet, social media, all of it. The entire internet. Wall Street, the internet, and don't forget the metaverse, right? You know, virtual reality, a fun place to go and buy things with crypto. Does anybody remember that? Yeah. That's what we need because it's the only way to devalue the currency. Yen, euro, sterling, Swiss franc, Aussie dollar. 5 major foreign currencies. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and who knows, maybe something like Algorand or Hedera or a privacy coin. China is experiencing a complete financial crash, says Kyle Bass, who is permanently short China. Chinese bonds, interest rates are collapsing. You have a deflationary event going on in China. They are going to need a wealth effect for their young people. Hong Kong is going to get brought online as crypto central. Hong Kong is huge. The Chinese love to speculate. And I have a TikTok video with 3.7 million views discussing what would happen if the Chinese population started market buying XRP if allowed. Probably the silliest video I've ever made, but I will definitely take 3.7 million views. That video single-handedly doubled the TikTok following to 34,000 and ignited me as Mr. XRP on TikTok and YouTube. So I'll take it. Right? The Chinese are coming. Walmart has people from overseas working at $139,000. Okay. So why are they doing that? Well, they're doing it because the currency that they're paying people in, dollars, is too strong relative to all other foreign currencies. They're getting paid $139,000, but to them, it could be like a $400K a year equivalent wherever they came from. Like every day, it's like getting a raise every week when the dollar keeps going up. That's because that's what's been happening. So is it like, oh, well, I'm this race and you're that race, or I'm this political affiliation and you're this, or you're a corporation. Now, I have strong feelings about this in a way, but at the end of the day, the currency's too strong. The currency's wrong, right? If overseas labor is too cheap, it's because the currency is too expensive, period. End of story. That's it. Change the value of the currency, you fix this problem. Ray Dalio says, after the market goes up, I want to steer away from debt and have some hard money like gold and Bitcoin. Gee, Ray, weren't you writing a book about what happens when sovereigns go broke? And they love that. These crusty old hedge fund guys, even though they have the idea correct, they just cannot accept that the solution is to devalue the currency versus crypto. And in the unlikely event that you're having trouble understanding, please just refer back to the one chart market update. We haven't even gotten to the one chart market update, but that's the one mugshot market update. It's like, okay, we can listen to him or we can listen to him. Who's more determined? I'll let you decide that. Coinbase launches Bitcoin loans for U.S. users. Well, thank God we have Coinbase on board now, and they're done dumping meme coins on unsuspecting retail audience, because that's what they did all at the end of last year as Gensler packed up. Okay, we're listing this, we're listing that, $8 billion. Oh, okay, yeah. Then there's a 62 or 76% retracement in all those coins. And that will be a really good idea if Coinbase did the following. Listed a new base coin every week. Every week. Okay. Virtuals has to be next. Okay. And then started offering services that got people excited about Base and into ETH. Because Base is exciting. Right. And the Orange Man issued NFTs in a bear market twice on ETH on OpenSea. So anytime Coinbase would like to get their act together, right, and get ETH going, they don't realize that if ETH, Solana, XRP, and Bitcoin get going, you know what that is? I'll tell you, it's 2021. That's what's about to happen here. You're about to have 2 months of 2021, and everyone's trying to talk to me about buying the dip. You got the dip. It looked like the bear market a week ago when Ray Dalio was trying to scare everybody out of the water like a shark. Wrong, 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 wrong. Okay. Coinbase gets its act together. Watch out. Okay. Here we have the media writing bearish articles. So this article was published on the 15th, but likely written last week. So there's Bitcoin going up in flames at the hand of a quantum computer. I'm not a computer scientist, but journalists are always wrong. Expert says XRP. With XRP, you are not just holding a crypto, but a key to a new financial ecosystem. Oh my God, they must watch the show. Maybe they're watching the short videos. By the way, if you need a roadmap in crypto, subscribe to this channel. Turn on alerts so you know when we're going live and if the content works for you. And if you got involved in XRP below $1, or if you got involved in XRP yesterday. XRP is fast money backed by a business development group that has relationships with every bank on the planet, company called Ripple. Okay. The SEC has tried to destroy them for 6 years. They failed. Now he's got a seat next to the Orange Man. So it's the Orange Man, Elon, Brad Garlinghouse, and Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor will probably be at the inauguration ball somewhere. I hope he crashes the party. Tells all the Web 2 guys to buy Bitcoin. XRP can be a payment system. It can lower transaction costs. Wall Street already likely has relationships with Ripple. It's a currency. It's money. It's worth what people are willing to pay for it. And the second you see somebody like Walmart say they accept XRP, it's going to $5. Okay? $800 billion market cap. We'll discuss XRP being too expensive. Until then, they can just carry on. XRP hits a 7-year high of $3. So let's just go over this. So XRP goes to $3 on hope and hype back in 2018. The SEC sits on it. This was like the BitBoy blip, right? He led the XRP army, said it was going to be the biggest coin of the next cycle, and he wound up exactly right. Exactly right. Except he had to live through everybody with XRP watching Solana and Sui moon in their face while their coin did nothing. Until the Orange Man said made in America cryptos like 5 days before the election. Everyone blew it off, and then it was just off to the races. And no, at $2, no one believed it because everyone's like, well, you know, every time it goes up, you sell. No, this is the bigger the base, the higher in the space, right? You go up and you build this gigantic base. You build up energy. And then when you release it, it's like Elon's rocket. This is going to like $6 or $8. Like, this year. I thought it was going to be at 425 by June. We may be at 425 by Easter. We could be at 425 on February 1st. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. XRP rallies to $3, overtaking Bitcoin in Google search trends. Okay, so 2 points about this. One, the general public's interested, and they're going to market buy XRP. Anything else they see, and that's important. We'll go over that, so don't go anywhere. And Bitcoin's going to the moon, right? Everyone's like, well, no one's interested in Bitcoin anymore. Okay, let's take it up to 120, and let's check to see if anybody is interested again. Seriously. I was like, wow, this is good for XRP and Bitcoin. So we're getting into XRP, and we're giving up on Bitcoin. It's all bullish. Hi, I'm new. Let's market buy. Oh, yeah, I don't want Bitcoin. Oh, wow, but maybe I do. Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, I've been saying this. XRP, I love this. They're going to do this all the way up to 800 billion. XRP surpasses 190 billion market cap. XRP flips BlackRock. XRP flips Charles Schwab in market cap. XRP flips Visa. XRP could challenge Visa and MasterCard. That's not priced in, by the way. XRP flips Bitcoin on Google Trends. Wow, that is a lot of people getting involved. That's a lot of Coinbase accounts waking up. What's XRP? It's fast money backed up by a corporation that can link it into banking systems. So Fidelity has figured out, and Fidelity Equities customers, that stocks are meh, right? Maybe NVIDIA, maybe AI, but the rest of it, overvalued, overplayed, overowned. Let's dump some of this and buy Bitcoin. 60-40 portfolios are a joke. The recommended allocation of the future is 50 equities, 30 Bitcoin, 20 cash. Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy added 200,000 Bitcoin in the last 10 weeks. Not $200,000 worth of Bitcoin, 200,000 Bitcoin. Dwarfing BlackRock's 120K Bitcoin in the same period. And all of Wall Street is short the stock. They're short the stock. The meme coin just migrated over to Base. Okay. James Bond with the super chat, bro. Love the show. I appreciate that. Let me get, I'm going to get to TAO. He says it's like ETH in 2017. Dude, I was looking at it before the show. TAO, Fetch, all this big AI stuff has done nothing. Everyone's like, oh my God, I've missed it. You have missed absolutely nothing. This market is more ignorant and underpriced than it was before the election. Because at this point, we should know better. But we don't. That's okay. That's fine. That's why they have loudmouths like me. This is what I do here. This is my job, right? We get loud. We get proud. We got this very nice microphone that I could just talk very normally in, and you could probably hear me just fine. But I just shout anyway. Just shout anyway, right? Because these guys, everyone thinks that they're joking, right? It's like, like Michael Saylor tries this and he tries to pull it off, but he's on CNBC. This guy can do it from the White House. This guy can do it from Mar-a-Lago. This guy can do it on Twitter. Forget about it. It's not going to stop. Pension fund managers. So here's how the strategic Bitcoin reserve, if you've heard about that, is going to play out, just in case you're wondering. So the orange man on a cell phone in the back of a limo, like 90s, 80s style, is going to call every governor, every state pension fund, and every S&P 500 corporation. And he's going to say, well, you can just buy yourself some Bitcoin, make an announcement, do something, get involved. It would be a really good idea. I would appreciate it. Don't make me have to tell you again. Ta-da. Don't make me have to tell you again. So the governors will call the state pension funds. They have Employee Retirement System of Texas, the Teachers Retirement System of Texas. These are huge buildings. ERS and TRS are like a city block in Austin. It's a giant concrete building, multiple floors. It's like an 8-story building that's like a block. That's just Texas employee and teachers retirement funds. That's it. Just the employees of the state of Texas. They're all coming because they're all going to get told. Now, their analysts may also tell them, because 60-40 is dead. I have no idea who wants to own a stock or a bond. You got to get creative. You got to invest like an 18-year-old. You can't invest like grandpa. That's over. Done. Phone calls are going to get made. Phone calls have been made. Cynthia Lumis rocking it. Let's buy Bitcoin and cut the debt. That sounds good. I don't know if they can do it. By the way, did you know that XRP is down 80% from its all-time high versus Bitcoin? You want to talk about the bigger the base, the higher in the space? YouTube members and Patreon people got this chart. So I had this chart in 3 days before Twitter. XRP has underperformed Bitcoin for 6 years. So what's going to happen? Well, on a percentage basis, right, which is why we're getting members ready with all kinds of portfolios, all kinds of picks, all kinds of stuff in DeFi, XRP and all altcoins. See, when you hear XRP, everyone just thinks just XRP. Can I ask a question? Why do you think the orange man is doing XRP and Solana? Because he wants all altcoins higher. So if XRP is going to outperform Bitcoin, or could outperform Bitcoin massively based on the bigger the base, the higher into space chart, XRP could take all altcoins with him. So you got to get in the YouTube member area. You got to see the stuff that we were bull posting in DeFi when they were selling ETH below 3,000. XRP is telling you what is going to happen here. Namely, you're going to have massive altcoin outperformance. Solana reclaims $100 billion market cap. Wow. Solana should probably be at $1 trillion, to be honest. Like, good luck going to a crypto cocktail party and telling people that Solana could 10x. They'll laugh at you. Speaking of Solana, the Solana guy from Multicoin Capital, Kyle Tsunami, who had a red Ferrari with the license plate Solana like a couple years ago, says the future of Ethereum is Coinbase, meaning Coinbase needs to get base network going, and that will be the revival of ETH. I'm like, check that out. What do you know? Right? And then look at this. Solana to weigh possible inflation cut. Multicoin Capital, a monster owner of Solana, says cut the staking yields and cut the supply of Solana. I'm like, people, no one in the Solana world cares about staking yields. Cut the supply, right? Get everybody moving into this as a phone company and money. Enough. You made enough staking. Who cares about staking? Cut the supply. I mean, do you have any idea how bullish this stuff is? It's insane. Donald Trump's Treasury Secretary says there's no reason for the government to create a central bank digital currency. You're right, because they're already surveilling you. Monero has done nothing but go up for the last 3 days. Secret Network hasn't moved. Privacy coins haven't moved. Who do you have to, who do you need to shield the prying eyes from? I don't know, man. How about whatever giant Skynet computer gets invented? They're going to trade in crypto. Everyone's like, oh, the quantum computer is gonna break Bitcoin. Dude, the quantum computer is going to get your, your banking password and your 2FA. You need a privacy coin. Now, right? Cynthia Lumis sends letter to the U.S. Marshals saying, don't you touch my Bitcoin. You go, girl. You go. That's what I'm talking about. President-elect Donald Trump is open to creating first strategic reserve that prioritizes fast forms of money. How can we get a crypto in the hands of people so they can make the most money possible. So like if Bitcoin's $100,000 a unit and Ethereum's $3,000 a unit, Solana at $250 looks cheap. XRP at $3 looks even cheaper. Now we all know it's a market cap game, but the general public doesn't know that. They're like, "Oh, Solana, maybe I can get 4. Go to the dogs and get 5. Cut the Starbucks budget and get myself 100 XRP." Right? Fast money. Get money in people's hands. Create a wealth effect. Create a wealth effect. I mean, they're telling you, like, I cannot believe Solana is below 300. Now look at this. Orange Man appoints Hollywood special ambassador. So follow me here, people. And I've said this, and I know it's corny, but corny's working. Sylvester Stallone and Mel Gibson tapped to make movies. So, okay. So you want to solve a national security problem? Birth rates are low. Debt's high. Everyone's given up. The American dream is supposedly a joke or never was a dream. It's gone. It's over, right? Wrong. Here's what we're all going to do. We're going to watch an 80s movie. Then we're going to moon crypto. Then you're going to invite a person you find attractive to go out, go watch the 80s movie, okay? Now, in case you don't know anything about 80s movie, let me give you the plot for the first Star Wars. Ready? 1979. First Star Wars. Save the princess and blow up the Death Star. That's what I'm talking about. Or Rocky Balboa, go 16 rounds with the champ and stay standing. And then make 9 movies after that, where you watch the same thing over and over again. And do that with like 12 different franchises. Go to the movie. Take your day to the movie. If you have XRP or you have the Made in America cryptos or anything on Coinbase, you suddenly have enough money to pay for the hyperinflated dinner price, which hopefully will come down. Then your date will be impressed not only by the 80s movie, but by the fact that you're a crypto bro and you have enough money to pay for dinner. And you may dress nice and have cologne and clean yourself up in the process. Then, following your date being impressed with you, something may happen that could solve the national security crisis related to the birth rates and general depression and despair. That would all start by mooning crypto. And, you know, as everyone says, you know, the Orange Man's kidding. A crypto quant survey says most crypto investors are young, educated men, 60% between the ages of 25 and 44, 80% of them with a degree. The majority invest less than 10K because they're trying to turn it into 100K, because they're trying to make money. They're trying to get somewhere in life. And because he wants it to happen. It's happening. Do you think he understands 80s movies? You ever seen any of these videos of him driving around in limos in Manhattan building skyscrapers? Oh my God, people, it's about to happen. And if his wife is wearing Bitcoin orange shoes at the inauguration, forget about it. The exchanges are going to break. 75% chance of a Solana ETF. You want to know the other reason why the Orange Man is buying Solana and XRP? Because the Fed's going to buy the ETF. The Fed buys everything else. They probably have $2 trillion worth of S&P futures. More than that. Because they've been printing money and buying it for 15 years. We can't buy a little Solana ETF? Can call it BlackRock. It's like issue the ETF and then start buying it in all your funds. Now, XRP, 70% chance of approval. These are going to be the next 2 ETFs, and Wall Street is going to figure it out. They said, well, you know, I don't know if we can do the due diligence on 4 ETFs. Yeah, bro, you're going to do the due diligence on 4 ETFs. Guess what? Bitcoin breakout no likelier than January. Dude, they're going to do it right now. They're going to do it right now. Right now. It's like, why are we on the air in the middle of the night? This is why. Max Kaiser, all fiat is going to zero and Bitcoin rockets to 1 million. He said that exactly 6 years ago. Okay. So, you know, let's stop short of all fiat going to zero. The point is, if you want to get out of a debt problem, you have to devalue the currency. If there's no way to devalue the currency, then you have to moon the only thing that can work, which is Bitcoin, crypto, Web3, gold, and commodities. And by the way, when you do this, you can create a wealth effect at the same time. So all these Armageddon clowns, okay, yes, there are serious problems out there. I get it, but all roads lead to higher Bitcoin. XRP is now at an all-time high on every exchange you can think of. State Bitcoin reserve plans proliferate. JP Morgan says Bitcoin will outperform altcoins, and that will continue. I don't know about that, boys. I don't know. World Liberty Financial dumps Bitcoin for ETH. You think they know something? I don't know. I don't know. George Soros reflexivity explains altcoin swings. So altcoins, the higher they go up, the more you like them, right? The tech is much better after a 40% rally. And of course, after the market dumps like it did a week ago when all of crypto Twitter became MBAs, CFAs, and macro experts, altcoins were, of course, going to zero because, it was like, oh my God, it's going down, so there must be a problem. No, the only problem was it was going down because people were shorting it to try to get your crypto. Now that they've got all the crypto that they can get, they're going the other way. So reflexivity means, bullish price action creates bullish price action. Bullish price action gets you on a dating app, which gets you to an 80s movie remake, which gets you to perhaps ice cream, dinner, and perhaps 2 or 3 or 6 more dates after that. That is reflexivity. Bitcoin beat every single asset class in 2024. Ripple now has $125 billion in value. You want to create some jobs? You want to make something happen? They have a $125 billion war chest overnight. Bitcoin, I love this. Bitcoin CME gap dropped to 78 possible due to fringe risks surrounding the U.S. economy. Published 5 hours ago on notes that they got a week ago. 78K. The only way to get 78K is for it to go to 320 and get overextended. Cynthia Lumis wants to know why they were trying to debank everybody in crypto. It's the retribution face. Watch out. Amid tokenization race, private credit, bonds, stocks, everything going on chain. Everything. Jupiter, Big Rich, DEXs. Not going to stop. Not going to stop. Bitcoin price will hold above 100K. Like, the only thing more bullish than 100 is 110. Because 110 drives the point home. It may not go back down below 100. Then you're going to see FOMO in what? The Bitcoin ETF. They're going to be like, oh my God, it's much easier to pay $70 a share. Watch. XRP key price metric up 300%. I could just go on. Like, now we're going to have a Litecoin ETF, right? Now we're starting to get into like fantasy land. That's awesome. Great. Crypto bulls brace for Bank of Japan rate hike. Can you see how the media has got everything queued up? I even saw a tweet that was like, yeah. So what's the bad thing that's going to happen before the orange man takes office? We're all waiting for something bad to happen. I don't know. Something might happen, but who cares? Because the only way out of a debt crisis is to devalue the currency. So they can have a commercial interruption for whatever bullshit comes out on the tape. And then guess what? Guess what? We're going right back to business. Right back to business. Oh my God, eToro going public, right? Do you know how many crypto firms are going to start going public? How long is it going to take for Wall Street to figure this out? Okay, so the last person out of the SEC, turn out the lights. You guys are done. Done. And like I said, They want to do a Litecoin ETF. God bless them. Litecoin was trying to become a meme coin. Garlinghouse was donating money to Harris. I mean, the whole world got upside down because of the bear market. Everyone just got wacky. Just wacky. T-Bone, what's up? Okay. We're just going to go right to live TA. All right. So let's talk about SUI. So I'm going to tell you right now why SUI matters. Because I think it's possible that every layer one on the planet catches up to SUI. So here's what you got in SUI on a weekly DeMark chart. So this was the first leg of the rally that ended in December. This was the pause here. With SUI, you could have anywhere from 4 to 13 more up weeks, right? So this was the 9 signal here, 3 weeks down, up only. You know, if you can have Solana at $500 billion market cap or $1 trillion, clearly this can go a lot higher. I think SUI is telling you that the whole idea of a layer one is a good investment. And if SUI takes out this tactical point at 486, it's a big DeMark point. It's where SUI should have gone for the blow off top, which it did. And then proceeded to chop everyone around. You know, that SUI had its own pain in the ass trade. Boom. Gone. Right? If it takes out 480, it's probably going to $6. Just because the whole market's going to levitate, and I haven't even gotten to the one chart market update yet. I haven't even gotten there. You're not going to believe it when you see it. I mean, it's like, it's mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. Okay. So Hedera, I don't know. I guess you can talk about resistance at 42 cents, but really you're going to have 4 more big up days here. So this is not over at all. On a weekly basis, it just started, for God's sakes. Right. I got to pull this up on Binance. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing stopping this. It just started, literally. Like, here's the little DeMark, 1. Just started, right? This is what happened. The last one in Hedera was January 4th of 2021. Hedera went from 6 cents to 45 cents. The second time, Hedera went from 15 cents to 57 cents, right? So what was this? COVID liquidity and VC pump and dump. What's Hedera got going for it now? On the Made in America list that you've known about for 6 weeks. Where is this thing? Is it even back at its 2021 high? Where is it? No, it's not. It's not even there yet. I mean, yeah, it's sort of close, but you know, it's not close to the wick high, and it's definitely not at 45 cents yet. Do you know how many altcoins are still below the 2021 high? Oh, it's unbelievable. It's crazy banana pants. Okay. MicroStrategy option expiration. Okay. So here's the deal. So on a weekly basis, this is frankly amazing, right? On a weekly basis, if MicroStrategy closes, you'll have a bullish engulfing pattern for the week, which is very strange, right? You had this dramatic lower open because the world was ending because Ray Dalio said everyone's going broke, whatever. Okay, that may be true, but if that happens, Bitcoin's going to $1 million. Everyone is short this stock. It opens lower and it comes back. Now, I don't know if this stock is in a range or if it's just going to do nothing but go up because it becomes a meme stock, right? I mean, MicroStrategy is overvalued relative to the Bitcoin that it holds, but since when has anybody cared about valuations? When has that ever mattered? No one cares. So if hedge funds are short, they're going to get squeezed out. If they don't get squeezed out, it'll just sit here in a range and Bitcoin will outperform. Okay. That's what I'm thinking on MicroStrategy, right? If you look at a daily chart, you know, it's just kind of treading water going sideways. You may get one more big up thrust that could be a temporary top. It's probably in a range, but if hedge funds get caught, it's going to explode. This could be GameStop because everybody is short MicroStrategy, long Bitcoin. If they get squeezed out of this, it's going to be, I don't know. It's going to be mind-boggling, right? DYDX. God, I love DYDX. Okay, so next rally could be a temporary top, but no one's really interested. The bigger the base, the higher in the space. I mean, how could you give up on DYDX now? You can't. Because you know how many coins there are from the last cycle related to derivatives trading, DeFi, synthetics, all, I can't not like this. Right? It's almost laughable. It really is. It's ridiculous. Like, it's like, gee, I can't get involved. It went up too much. You're going to explain that to him? Mr. President, I'm sorry. I can't buy Algorand. I missed the low the other day. I'm sorry. I can't get involved. And you get this look. Every time you talk yourself out of this market, just pull that up or watch the show or join the YouTube member area where you have me, loud, Toby Ward, smart, soft-spoken. No computer will ever beat the interaction that we have between the analyst and the clairvoyant. No one will ever beat it, ever. They will never replicate it. Me, they can replace with a machine at the end of the year. Me and her, no way. No way. Algorand just started, okay? I don't know where the resistance is. If we look at the daily chart, dude, this was the key. I gave this to Patreon. You had a 13 bottom in Algorand. 13 bottom. So made in America all the way up, and this correction was so shitty, it gave you a 13 bottom. And then it just blows through resistance. And I don't know, it's going to have at least 2 more big up days. And then most likely Bitcoin's going to catch up. Right? And, it's like I'm getting a breaking news from Eagle King here. So the level in Algorand is obviously 50 cents. This is pretty stretched out on a tactical basis. All it's going to mean is that Bitcoin will catch up. These coins will lead. Bitcoin will go up one day, and then these coins will just resume. I think Algorand's going to take out the top, right? Really, the upside target in Algorand on DeMark is 92 cents. And of course, this is like all-time classic. Now the SEC says Algorand is a security. Are they going to sue Gensler for promoting Algorand back in the day? Algorand was a big Wall Street crypto back in the day. So, yeah. I mean, nothing. I can tell by the coins that are being asked. Like, I know some of these coins people probably wanted to give up on. They probably wanted to give up on Algorand and Hedera. So this is Polkadot, which connects everything to everything, right? And where is Polkadot? Well, it's exactly where it was in May of last year. It's exactly where it was in January of last year. It's exactly where it was in April of 2023. Are we selling this? What are we doing with it? We don't like it? We're going to give up on it? No, we're not. No, we're not. Because you're going to need to connect everything. Do you know what Polkadot is? It's money that you use to buy Polkadot software. Software eats the world. Polkadot 2.0 can do 10,000 transactions per second per the guy I talked to at Consensus. But nobody thinks it has a use case until this guy says, build it big. Build it early, build it often. I mean, what does it take? One comment, one statement, one announcement. One lunch, one round of golf. What does he have to do? Go to a breakfast? Oh, T-Bone knows. T-Bone knows. Okay, people, let's talk about Total 3. Because you know what? This is the one chart market update. This is absolutely it. Like, this is, like, when you see this and you understand this, like, technical analysis is about what is the nature of price action. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is the nature of the price action? If you understand that, you understand technical analysis. So, okay. So here is Total 3 weekly. Total 3 is altcoin market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's crypto market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum. So in other words, it's Web3. It's XRP, Solana, Cardano, Chainlink, etc. Right? Now, right now, Total 3, in other words, Web3, is worth $1.08 trillion. So just to put that in perspective, Apple is worth roughly $3 trillion. NVIDIA is worth $3 trillion. The Magnificent Seven, the tech oligarchs, you know, that's worth, I don't know, 10 trillion more, probably more, 14 trillion. Web3, the decentralized version of the internet that the guy with the scary face wants massively higher and employing millions of people and creating a wealth effect so people can pay their bills, is worth 1 trillion, which of course in 2021 was scandalous. Oh my God. You know, shit coins at $1 trillion. Get out of the market. That's true. That was not wrong. That was not wrong. That was over here. Now, a few points to make. One, this is a Fibonacci circle analysis. And, you know, if you want to learn more about that, I did it for the XRP price prediction in the VIP member area. This thing could take out this Fibonacci circle analysis and the top of this accumulation cone and the resistance from 2021. So on one hand, there's a lot of resistance in altcoins. Okay. On the other hand, he doesn't care. And neither should you. Because you know what? If it breaks 1.08 trillion, the next target is 2 trillion. So 2 trillion by April. You know how you get that? You take the Fibonacci circle analysis and you go to the edge, like the outer rim, science fiction. Yeah. The next Fibonacci circle connection, the outer limit, the next circle is up at 2 trillion. So imagine XRP. XRP is at $3. XRP would be at $6. Solana would be at 600 or 1,000. Cardano. They build something that works. Somebody was asking about Avalanche. All you need is BlackRock to come out or somebody to say, you know what? We're going to build something on Avalanche. We're going to do security tokens or whatever. Their C chain is perfect for security tokens. Look at this. Look at how elegant this is, right? Straight up off the election. And then you get A, B, C. It's called a zigzag. Note how lovely this is that they managed to get all of the stops. And they got all the stops, right? That's why the C leg is so powerful, right? Because they just get that wick. And they get everyone out right where the whole rally started from in late November. So everybody who's bought Avalanche since, I don't know, November 12th, they put a little heat on them. Now, if you survived, Avalanche is just starting to count the other way. It's like just started. Everyone's like, oh, let's get out. I'm like, you know what? Let's not. Let's not. I mean, you realize that this thing was at 150 on hype. And if you ask me, if you really want to do some TA late night, let's do some TA late night. Shoulder, head, shoulder. All over this. I mean, total altcoin market cap's going to 2 trillion. Where is this going? Where's it going? You tell me. They wanted stocks higher after 2008. It went up for 15 years. Everybody in crypto is trying to tell me that they're going to sell everything in September. You sell everything after you get an entire crypto cycle in 2 months. And then what you do is after that, you buy it back when you get the corrections in equities. Because then after that, whether that's Easter or July or September, or who knows, maybe it's all three. Crypto goes up, you get a whole cycle in 2 months, and we do that 3 different times. The only difference is you may have to deal with corrections. How about that? Right? So who is sitting at home right now after getting shaken out over and over and over again going, let's party like it's 2021? Nobody except me and Toby. Don't forget about Toby. Don't. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. It's insane. Render. The woman speaks and I listen. Like she says and comes up with stuff, and then I look at the charts, or I looked at the charts beforehand. She opens her mouth. I'm like, oh my God, I've seen that before. I get on the TV. We talk to YouTube member premium area with picks. Patreon gets tactical work plus podcast advice. Forget about it. Like, what are you spending money on? What are you spending money on? Now, if your answer is, I got to spend money on 80s movie remakes and save money to go out and repopulate the planet, I'm like, okay. But you should still come to the member area for 2 or 3 months so you can get the jingle that you need to make that happen. Render. So this was a 3-wave up. All trends have 5 waves. So Render started back in 2024 when no one wanted it at $3. It then moved to $6. Then it went back down to $4 because no one wanted it. But it was much more attractive at $12. And then it dropped to $6. And that was the 4 wave. And the final 5 wave will be above 12 and very emotional. And there's no resistance in this until $10.50. So Render is at $7.60, and you wake up one day and it's at 10. That's it. That's what 2021 was like. You just woke up and it was gone. It was gone. And you were like, what happened? I'm going to buy the dip. And I'm like, dude, you got to come back for the next cycle. Now, again, in this case, I think it's like, explosive 2 months and then grind down on stocks, right? In other words, if you look at Render, right, you had to catch this. You had to live with all of this awful. You had to live with it twice, right? It was like awful. Huge rally. It's going up forever. Okay. I'm expecting a 2-month correction. The correction was 8 months. It was a nightmare. This was a disaster. This was worse than the bear market. Way worse. Because you thought it was going up. Right? The bear market's the bear market. It's like, all right, it's bear market. It's a disaster. Okay, fine. This was like everyone thought it was supposed to go up. It was horrible. Render's a really good example. And then it takes off after the election, and then they did to you again. So everybody in, everybody out. Everybody in, everybody out. Do you know what happens when you do that? It's called creating a series of 1s and 2s in Elliott wave, right? So you get a big wave 1 up and you get a correction. And then the 3 wave starts, right? It starts with a wave up and a wave down. Now, this part that's about to happen, they call it 3 of 3. It's the third part of the third part. Now, what's so special about the third part? It's the one where you get the most gratification. Not emotional, but it just, it starts going up. Oh, I'm going to buy the dip. Oh, there's no dip. Oh, Oh, okay. Wow. This is really going up here. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. There's a news item. Oh my God. I got a FOMO in. Gone. That's what a 3-wave is. And this is everywhere. This is everywhere. This formation, this chart structure, you name it. From render to ski mask dog. You can't stop it. You can't stop this thing. Like, do you have any idea what happens? Like, I don't know what's going to lead. Like, I don't know if ETH is going to lead virtuals or virtual is going to lead ETH, right? I mean, this looks like wave 1 up, wave 2 down, 62% retracement down to $2. Perfect. They retraced 2/3 of the whole move to the crypto level, and then whoop, see ya. 10 billion. This is not worth 10 billion. This is like the new AI agent casino. You know, God forbid you get anything in this sector where you get a real human influencer that's lush. You know, you have no idea what is about to happen, right? A friend of mine sent me something. It's like, yeah, some venture capitalists came out with this, and I don't know. It went up, and the venture capitalist dumped it. He goes, "What do you think?" I was like, "Well, you know, maybe you should consider why the venture capitalists liked it to begin with." The next day, he called me up and said it's up 40%. It's up 40% in one day. Now, all the AI coins look like this, TAO, right? This done nothing. Like, let's just go to PowerPoint. Let's just do it. And then I got to go to bed because we're getting up. We're doing this again at 7 o'clock in the morning because we're waving our hands in the air like we just don't care. JP Morgan says Bitcoin is a Ponzi scheme and has no intrinsic value. That was a week ago, less than a week ago. And that's why they call it the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe in it. Somewhat prophetic from a guy who did a lot of comedies in the 90s called George Carlin. Actually a funny guy, but you know what? The fact that the American dream is no longer the American dream is absolutely not funny. And I'm willing to put up with whatever idiosyncrasies the Orange Man or characters like Elon Musk have in order to get any semblance of it back, especially since they can turn crypto loose. Do you know what happens if someone lists this Trump meme coin, by the way? I can actually talk about this on the air because they're not doing that. You know, I can do a little profanity maybe. Trump meme coin. You know who owes them one? Gemini. Coinbase won't do it because they're too busy dumping on retail. Gemini did it too, but Gemini could list this. Like the Winklevoss twins. They did Trump. Like, how's Trump going? Making fun of Trump? Really? They're going to list this. They list this. Forget about it. The whole ecosystem could ignite. Secret network, privacy, dead. No one interested. Solana really hasn't done much, honestly. Bouncing off a huge fib level, huge fib circle level, right at the bottom of an accumulation cone. The top of the accumulation cone is off the page. XRP broke a GAN line. The next target is $4.50. We're supposed to be there in June. This feels like we're going to be there on Tuesday. Toshi, Coinbase, breaks out, comes back. You get a breakout in Toshi, they're going to list and list and list and list. ICP, remember this? This is another BitBoy coin. They need like the BitBoy index. BitBoy was into XRP, Cardano, and ICP. What happens if this thing explodes right at the apex of this triangle? Fetch.AI, same thing. All this AI-related stuff in crypto, no one has touched it. They not even touched it. I got people calling me going, I'm upset. The market's been rallying for 4 days and my coin doesn't move. I'm like, okay, well, I understand why you're upset. But I would basically go out, mow the lawn, pick up your dry cleaning and a ham sandwich, and who knows, you might come home and it might be higher. It might be a lot higher. This breakout in gold, it's the whole ecosystem is going to go. All commodities. Avalanche weekly. I had it queued up. Sitting on this like massive LuxAlgo support zone. Do you realize equilibrium, LuxAlgo equilibrium in Avalanche is 80. Premium is 150, but balance is 80. And that's the top of the accumulation cone. You don't think layer one infrastructure can go up? People, you got to be kidding me. All right, people, I got the charts here. You want TA? We can do TA. We can do it all night. I mean, we're doing it in the YouTube member area, man. This is where we're like picking stuff. We're like, hey, you know, these are the smaller cap coins. We got 4 DeFi coins. One of them uses AI. We are not playing around, right? DeFi was moving as this market was cascading lower. DeFi was trying to go up before we had the Dalio dump on whatever macro, you know, when everybody became a macro expert. SEI. Classic A, B, C, share the screen. The classic A, B, C correction. A, B, C. Perfect little move down here to the 4 wave, right? So it retests where the whole rally took off from. They retraced the entire election rally. This was a market leader last year. No one interested, right? Wave 1 up, wave 2 down. Wave 1 up, wave 2 down. 3 of 3. 3 wave. Starts slow, doesn't downtick, and then accelerates. TRUMP and Fartcoin, why does no one take us seriously? Dude, do not underestimate what could happen around this inauguration. Do not. Do not. Okay? Because this could get insane. Scott looking for Filecoin. See, this is like all the frustration coins, like Filecoin, the Graph, even Solana, like Multicoin Capital. Like this is what they own. And they're trying to wake up Solana. They're like, wow, you know, whatever this is, we're letting these validators do staking or whatever, and, you know, they just dump on the market. Cut the staking yield. They're going to do it. You know, again, big picture. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's the third part of the third part. Notice how this is just basically up only. Now, again, a lot of these coins are probably going to have like a God candle and then come off, just from a tactical point of view, but that shouldn't stop you, because look at this. I mean, Filecoin breaks out, comes back down to the DeMark resistance point, right? It's perfect. Like, this is the election move. They come back down. They retest the high of the prior range. Where's this going? You tell me. Where's it going? The bigger the base, the higher into space. Okay? Like, if XRP hasn't taught anybody anything, if Filecoin's at $5, it can go back to $105. I mean, Multicoin Capital was pitching this to like sovereign wealth funds. The Graph, Filecoin, Fetch, Solana. Everyone's like, oh, I missed the rally. Bro, you haven't missed anything. You can talk to me about a tactical pullback after you have multiple 20% up days. Okay, well, I'm sure I just made enough noise for 6 influencers. You definitely want to check out the YouTube member area podcast tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern. You want to scan that QR code. The link is down below, right? You want to go absolutely bananas. Patreon has got Patreon and the YouTube member area have both got like Coinbase portfolios. So if you're like, hi, here, I want a diversified tech portfolio in a way, it's there. Right? We went over it last time. We're going to go over more tomorrow. Just whether you do it with me or you do it with somebody else or you do it on your own, for God's sakes, get involved, right? And if you're young act like it. If you're old, act like you're young, right? Go put a Sylvester Stallone movie on, eat some protein, take your significant other out for a romantic dinner, and in the morning, hit the green button. Okay? We will see you tomorrow.